What's up, everybody? I hope you're all enjoying a relaxing Memorial Day weekend, enjoying yourselves, having some barbecue, drinking some beers, maybe taking some time to thank our nation's veterans for the sacrifices they've made. Coming to you live with another sports networker for the week. Give you guys just a little primer, under 5 minutes. I'm going to recap everything you need to know about talking sports this week in networking settings. But first, this week's sports beer is Dogfish Head Flesh and Blood. It's there. It is. It's a delicious beer that I just picked up recently, 7.5%. It's a little bit on maybe the stronger side. It's an IPA, but you know, America. So there you go. And here's this week's Sports Networker primer. All right, so let's start with basketball. Last night, Sunday night, LeBron went off on the Celtics. LeBron is just incredible. He's one of, if not the greatest basketball player of all time. LeBron's going to his 8th consecutive finals. I don't care what anybody has to say. That's incredible. He's an incredible player. So whenever you're talking to anybody and basketball comes up, inevitably they're going to want to talk about LeBron James. Everybody wants to talk about, is LeBron or Michael Jordan, who's the best player? And then so that whole old debate just gets resurfaced again and again, and it's so played out. But I'm sure at some point you're going to have some of those discussions come up. Just, you don't need to know anything. Just whatever. Like, LeBron's incredible. He's currently, the active player, so he's just amazing. Tonight, the Houston Rockets are playing the Warriors. That's Monday night. It's a Game 7. It's been an ugly series. It just hasn't really been a very fun series to watch. Game 7, do or die. Whoever wins goes to face LeBron and the Cavs in the finals. So Monday night is also a huge night for hockey. You're going to have Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. The Washington Capitals are playing the Vegas Golden Knights. That's going to be a huge, huge series. Again, like I said before, the Golden Knights are the Cinderella story. They're an expansion team. No one ever saw this coming. And the Capitals are the Caps. They have a huge fan base. I have a lot of friends that are in this area that are big Washington Capitals fans. So the big stars are Alexander Ovechkin for the Capitals. He's an incredible player. He's a sniper. He's one of the best offensive players I've ever seen. The Vegas Golden Knights have Marc-Andre Fleury. So Fleury is a tried and true tested goalie. So you have an experienced goalie going up an experienced sniper and offensive machine in Alexander Ovechkin. So it's going to be a fun series. That's tonight, Monday night, as well as the Game 7 of the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. So Tuesday, you're going to have probably a good amount of conversation happening with all of the Game 7s that have been happening over the weekend. Golf, I can sum up the state of golf right now with one word. Oh, God. Golf. It's just so boring. It is such a boring state of affairs in golf right now. There's just no one to really cheer for. The top 10 or the final 5 of every match nowadays, it's just all different crop of players. I don't really care. There's no one to really root for. Spieth is putting terribly. Jason Day, Nicholson, Tiger Woods, all of the players that you would follow and maybe get excited about, like, oh, maybe they'll do it. None of them are really doing anything. Justin Thomas is another one. So, a Fort Worth Invitational over the weekend. Justin Rose won, some Brit with weird eyes. So, there you go. You have it. The French Open is happening right now in tennis. Still in the round of 128. Venus Williams is already out. I didn't even know she was still playing. Serena Williams is still in. I think she plays tomorrow. And she could be a real underdog story. Everybody loves Serena Williams. I loved watching her. I think they said she's ranked like 300th or something like that after coming back from maternity leave. So that'll be a cool story to watch to see if she can come back and get on top again and be number 1 in the world again after coming off of maternity leave. That would be really cool. All right, so here's your sports controversy hot take of the week. The state of New Jersey overturned a federal regulation on sports betting. So it may very well be legal to bet on sports, both college and professional sports, in New Jersey and many other states throughout the country in the next few years. My whole life, if you wanted to bet on sports, you had 3 options. Fly to Vegas and go to the sports book in Vegas, or you could find a local bookie who would, break your ankles and slash your tires if you didn't pay up. Or there's international betting websites where you send a money order to some random name in Bolivia and you get a check back written in Mandarin. Now, this $150 billion industry in the United States may be completely regulated, completely legal, and then taxed by local, state, and federal regulators. All right, so your sports lingo of the week is slugging percentage. So in baseball, you'll sometimes hear this term called slugging percentage, and it's different from batting average and it's different from a lot of the other statistics. Slugging percentage is a way of determining a batter's ability to hit more than just singles. So they actually get a weighted average based upon how many bases a batter gets after they hit the ball. So the equation, let me see if I can do one of these cool things where I have like the equation here. So the equation is singles plus doubles times 2 plus triples times 3 plus home runs times 4, the amount of bases, all divided by the number at bats the batter has had over that season. So that's the slugging percentage. You're going to hear that thrown around a lot, and you're probably just I always assumed it was just like how far they hit it. Oh, slugging percentage just sounds like such a beefy term. That's all it is. It's determining how many bases a batter typically gets at bat. All right, so that's this week's Memorial Day weekend going into the week sports networking update. I hope that gave you all a little bit of talking points and some information going into the week. And don't forget, Dogfish Head, Flesh and Blood. It's a delicious beer. And I hope you all enjoyed your weekend, and I'll catch you next week. See ya.